Hi everyone, my name is Victor and I'm one of the authors of Technique.com. Today I'm going to show you how to configure Yum local repository and remote local repository in Red Hat 7. Alright, I'm going to be doing the video for Red Hat 8, so just watch out for that. To know about what a repository is, you can come to the website to understand the subject matter and to know what a repository file should contain, the important things like the name parameter, the base URL, the enabled parameter, the GPG check, and all of that. You can come to this website. I'm going to be dropping the link to the website in the description section below. But the most important thing we're looking at is how to configure the Yum local repository in Red Hat 7 and then how to configure the remote repository in Red Hat 7. Okay, so we're just going to assume that we have systems that are not registered with the RHN or that are not subscribed, and we need to access the repository. So, how do we go about that? So, the first step is to get the ISO into the system. You can use any utility. I'm using FileZilla, all right. So, I'm just going to here. I'm going to input the IP of the server and the username with the password with the port number 22. All right, then I connect to the system. Then I'm going to pick the ISO from my system. Just going to click and drag, you can understand, to the root or to wherever location you want to put it to. So I'm on my system now. The next thing to do is to confirm our ISO image, which is this, and I'm going to create a mount point for the ISO image. Let's call this ISO directory. All right. So let me mount the ISO on ISO directory. Okay, now let's confirm. So we can see that our ISO image is mounted. All right. So let me just go to this directory and verify my package. All right, we have the ISO packages. So the next step is to create the repository configuration file. All right, I can do that. I'm going to do that in etc yum.repos. Then I can call this my local repo. Repo. Make sure that any file you're creating ends with the extension repo. All right. So I can just do this. Can give this any name. I'm just going to give it the name I named my file for easy management. All right. So the base URL is the file. Oh, sorry. This needs to be 3// that mount MNC ISO directory. That's where my packages are. Then GPG check. And give this any name. All right, so I'm going to save this file. To be sure the repository is well configured, I'm going to run the command yum repo list. Sorry. So you can see that the repository can be read and we have our repository well configured. Let me clear my screen. So the next thing to do is to install the VS FTP server. So you see now that I can install the VSFTPD server, and if you also want to install any other packages, that's how you're going to be installing them. So we're going to configure the FTP server for remote connection so that other clients can point to this server and get packages from here. So we're going to copy the ISO content in the to the VSTPD document root to this, which is var FTP public. So this is about 4.5 gig. It's going to take a while. Okay, so it's done copying. Let's verify the content of the ISO in the new location. All right, so we have the file ISO directory. If you check here, okay, so we can start the FTP server. Let's verify the status. All right, so our FTP server is running now. It is also good to confirm um, the VSFTPD configuration file. So we want to check for the anonymous download if it is enabled. So we can see that anonymous download is enabled equals yes, so it's fine. So the next thing to do is to connect the client, point the client to this server, and let's see if packages can be downloaded. This is my client server, all right, with the hostname technique. So we're just going to configure the repo file. Let me call this remote.repo. So it's an FTP server. I'm going to use the IP address of the FTP server, or I can also use the host name or the FQDN if it's resolving. 165. So I can just give it remote repo. All right, let's save the file. Oops. Um, there is a mistake here. I need to point to the public, and I also need to point to the directory where I have my packages. All right, everything seems to be fine now. So let's save the file and let's confirm if you've done the right thing. All right, so you see that get we can read our repository from the remote server. So if I wish to install anything, I can also do that now. So for example, if I wish to install the HTTPD server, just going to do yum install HTTPD, and then I can start my installation. But I'm not going to do this on the VSFTPD server. All right, you can unmount the ISO. Okay, and if you wish to delete the ISO, you can just do that. Okay, so it's just the way of trying to free your system if you don't have space. So everything is still working fine. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel. Bye for now.